Hello, hello everyone, it's Shanna. So glad you're here. Now today I've got my first Pink and Main card kit. So it came in the mail. One of the things I'm really excited about is how quickly it came. I mean, I ordered it and boom, it was here. So that was fun. One of the things I've said before is my spellbinders always took forever to get here. And it seemed like everybody had all their videos out and everything before I even would get my package. So let's just see what we've got in here. So this is the December 2023 Crafty Courtyard Kit, and it's called Bookworm. It includes an exclusive stamp set, die, stencil, 6x6 paper pad, 3D embossing folder, 6 sheets of colored cardstock, which I only pulled out the one. I will just open it up. And then you get 2 sheets of 100-pound white cardstock, a mesh bag, and some enamel dots. So we've got wildflowers, middle school, cute, barbershop, on the green, brownstone, and coffee shop. Love it. Love the colors. And then we've got our little mesh bag, project bag. I love it. I love the pink. Let's just pull everything out and go through it. So let's just start with, we've got the exclusive stamp set, which is the bookworm, and it's got a lot of books and a little cat, some hot air balloons. This is really cute. I like this, and some floral arrangements. That's interesting. It almost looks kind of Halloween-y, I guess, so that you can do different seasons with it. So ours is my favorite story. Just a note to say hello. Sorry, I'm booked for the weekend. Oh, that's super cute. Here's hoping your next chapter is the best one yet. Your next chapter will be a great adventure. Reading is dreaming with your eyes open, and just one more chapter. Love this. That's fun. And then you get the die set with it. And I really like their dies. As I said on one of my other videos, they cut really close, a nice tight fit. So I really like that. I'm excited about that. And then we've got this exclusive stencil. And it's got some notches. They probably have a container that you can keep them in. I don't have that. I'll have to check it out. But that looks like fun. Just a real fun pattern. It's called Pages of a Book Stencil. So, okay, I get it. Very cute. All right. And then the 6x6 paper pad, I'm just kind of going in order of the sheet, is the bookworm. And let's see. We've got some tape on here. Let's see if I can get it lifted. There we go. Oh, and it's just absolutely so colorful and gorgeous. Love it. I'm going to have a lot of fun with this. So that'll be a lot of fun. I'll cut that off later. And then a 6x6 3D embossing folder. Ooh, that is really cool. It's called Rattan 3D embossing folder. I like that. It's like a basket weave pattern, or like a rattan chair. That's really, really cool. So that's going to be fun to work with. And then I got some enamel dots and some sequins. And that's what is included in here. So this is going to be a lot of fun. So I'll have to bring you along as I make some cards. Okay, so I'm back, and I've got some time to make a card. Now I've taken all of my cardstock and just cut it into 4¼ by 11 or 4¼ by 5½ inch panels, along with my white paper that came with it too. And today I'm going to be using the stamp set, and I'm just going to bring in my Misty, and I'm just going to take and stamp out the whole thing. I like to do this sometimes when I get new stamp sets in. And I'll just get me a big old piece of hammer mill paper, and I'll get my stamp set and lay it down on there. And then I'll just grab some of my pink pixie tape and just roll it up and stick it on the back of this cover sheet that is on my stamps. And this is a bigger one, so I'm going to need several sheets. I think I start off with 2 and then quickly realize that I need a couple more because it kind of bows on me when I go to pick it up. So that's when I realized, oh, I need to add a couple more pieces of tape to that. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm just going to bring in my ink. I'm going to use Memento Tuxedo Black ink. Right now I'm trying to condition this because it is a brand new stamp set and it's got a lot of sticky residue on it, and just trying to get some of that off of there so that it will stamp well. So I've got my ink, and I'm just going to ink, and probably take me a couple passes to get this where I want to, but it inks up fairly well. Still trying to make sure I've got those magnets where I want them, and the paper so it doesn't move on me and everything. I'm using my pressing tool that my stepdad made for me, and it inked up pretty well. I just saw a couple of areas on the books where there was a predominantly solid black area that didn't ink up, so I'm just going to ink it up again and give it another pass, and we'll just see how it goes. I like to, when I get a new stamp set, I like to just stamp them all and then have that available so I can just use what I want to use, and I don't have to commit to anything until I get it all stamped down. I was first thinking I would use the girl reading the book, but then I actually decide to go in a different direction once I get this all stamped well. And I'm just using my finger to go over areas that I thought weren't. That one book with the black, thick black there, I just have to kind of keep inking it up because it has a pretty good solid space, and I'm trying to get it good and inked. I think maybe I grabbed my wrong Memento ink pad. I actually have two. One's real juicy and the other one is not as juicy, and I think maybe I did. So that stamped up really well. I think it's really cute. I mean, there are just so many elements that you could just go in a lot of different directions here. I like the plant with a little coffee cup. I thought that was cute, but I ultimately decide that I'm going to go with the little tray that has the books and the plant on it. So I'm just, actually I tape all of them up, and I cut them all out. I thought, well, I'll just get them ready. That one there, that's the one I wind up using on this particular project. And I'm just taking my pixie tape and tear it in half, putting half on one side and half on the other, and making sure that I have room to line the other dies up surrounding it. I probably could have put them just a smidge further apart, but they all die cut out very well, so it wasn't a problem. And I've mentioned before, these dies, and I think I did in my intro, that they cut nice and tight. I like how close they are to the actual stamp set, and it gives you a good close cut, and I like that a lot. Now, I didn't see any cinnamon. They don't have any dies for the sentiments, but these are all fairly straight line, so you can just use your trimmer to cut those out, and you won't have a problem with that. Now, my butterfly, when I did die cut it out, I don't know what happened. When I laid it down on the border, whatever, my tape came off, and then that die shifted, so it didn't cut out well for me. I'm going to move some tape around. I actually decided, I guess I wasn't going to die cut that out. So you see that I'm just popping out some of the things that die cut. Like I said, the butterflies didn't come out all right, so I don't have them on my desk there. But I've got the girl reading the book, the little tray with the stuff on it, and then the bookshelf with the floral pattern. And so I'm just trying to decide what all elements I'm going to use. I've landed on that one, and I've got my little scrapbook.com sticky mat, and I'm just getting it pressed into that real well, and I'm just bringing in my tri-blend markers. I'm going to go real simple on this, and the colors that I've chosen, which I will link everything in the description box below, I have chosen them because I've selected some pattern paper that have these colors in, and I know that they'll blend real well together. So I'm using, I think I started off with my light and then went to my medium and then my dark, and then I'm going to do the same here on my flower pot. And I probably should have zoomed in a little bit more for this coloring, but I didn't, so hopefully you can see well enough you know, my coloring. And it's very simple. These are small images, so it's very simple coloring. So now I've got the orange blends in, and then I'm going to bring in some brown blends because I need something for that tray. And then I'll bring in a blue blend for my books and add a little bit of blue color to it. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm just doing my shading again with my darker tone. And then I'll come back in with my light tone or my medium tone and do some more shading, and then come back in with my light and just blend it out. And it didn't turn out too bad. I've decided that I want some of the books to have some brown on them. I don't want them all to be blue. So I'm doing that. Now I'm going to bring in my blue blend and just add some blue to my books and add some shading. And this is a pretty simple, quick, easy color. If you haven't tried out Spectrum Noir Tri-Blend markers, I would recommend them. They're really good for beginner colorists, and they really help you in choosing, you know, what colors go with what. You don't really have to make a decision. They've already put 3 colors, a light, a medium, and a dark there together, and you can just use those, and you'll come out with a pretty good blend. So very beginner friendly, and I really like the tips on them as well. They've got like a brush tip, and it's super smooth, so I do recommend those. I'll link those in the description box as well, so you can check those out. I do have alcohol markers too that I use, but these are my go-to. I really do. If I've got the colors in these, I'm going to choose these over the other. Sometimes I don't have all the colors. I have a big box. I think I've actually got 25 markers because I had a single one and then I got a box of 24. So I mean, I've got a pretty good selection. So I'm pretty much finishing this up, and I've decided to take that green blend, the lightest, and fill in the white around there. I don't generally like the white edge around the die cut, so I generally will fill it in with one of my colors. And normally I'll do the color that is going to match the background, but I didn't do that this time. I actually brought the green in, and I thought it turned out all right. Now, when I flipped the page over that had the contents, there are 4 sketches on the back of the contents page. And they're not to scale, but I measured them, and they were actually 3 1/4 by 4. So I just added the necessary dimensions to that and was able to, you know, transition that dimension into a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And you can see I've taken some of the blue barbershop paper, and I die cut the circle out of the center of it so that I didn't waste it. And then I'm bringing in On the Green. I love the names of the paper. Barbershop, that's so much fun. On the Green, I'm a golfer, love that. And then the lighter blue is middle school. I just think that's so much fun. So I'm taking my On the Green paper, and I'm just going to lay it down, and I am following the sketch. It's actually the first sketch that's listed on the back of the paper. And then I'm bringing in some of the pattern paper, which I thought was really cute. And it was kind of hard to decide which side to use, but I ultimately wanted to go with that plaid. I don't know, it seems like library and plaid goes together, so I like that idea. And then I'm just going to get it laid down. Now I follow the sketch really close except for the 2 strips. So I've got 2 strips there, but because I'm using strips from the cut, what I cut away, I am going to layer that plaid piece on top of that orange piece so that it won't just blend right into that plaid piece that's there. I just felt like it was thrifty to use the scrap off that plaid and not throw it away, and so that's why I layered it up. So that's the only change that I made in the sketch pattern that was given, and I kind of pointed that out. They had 2 of them laying side by side, and then they just had a big circle, and it hangs off the edge, and then you just cut it away. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to glue it up, lay it down, and I'll just flip it over and cut it away. And then I'll have that. Now I'm just going to lay my little shelf with my books and my flower pot on it. And I've decided that before I glue that down, I need to get a sentiment and figure out how much room I need for my sentiment. So I took and just cut one of those sentiments out that I had already stamped up. I brought a scrap of that green that I used for my second panel and laid my white sentiment right on top of it. I brought an 1/8 of an inch foam tape in and just to pop it up. And I'm just going to figure out where I want that sentiment to go before I glue my little centerpiece down there. So we'll just kind of, and I decided to kind of let it hang off the edge. I think that looks kind of neat. And then I'm just going to bring in some more of that 1/8 of an inch foam tape and just add a little bit of dimension here. And we'll get this laid down, and that'll pretty much finish off my card. I like it. I think it turned out really cute. So I hope you like it too. If you do, consider giving me a thumbs up. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.